The world held its breath, a sea of faces, a kaleidoscope of languages, all gazing upwards towards the ancient chimney. A hush fell over St. Peter's Square. Then it rose, a plume of white smoke against the twilight sky, unfurling, proclaiming hope. A new chapter was about to be written in the annals of the Catholic Church, a chapter that promised to resonate across continents and touch the lives of over 1 billion souls. February 14th, 2025, a day etched in history. The conclave, shrouded in prayer and deliberation, had spoken. A son of Asia, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, had ascended to the throne of St. Peter, becoming the 267th Vicar of Christ. The news, carried on the wings of that symbolic white smoke, reverberated across the globe with the force of a spiritual earthquake. For the first time in almost 5 centuries, the papacy had crossed the Tiber, leaving behind the familiar embrace of the old world to find its new home in the vibrant tapestry of the East. The faithful, gathered in Rome and in countless homes across the planet, erupted in cheers, tears, and prayers. The weight of history, of expectation, and of possibility settled upon the shoulders of the newly elected pontiff. This was more than just a new name on the roster of popes. This was a seismic shift, a testament to the Church's evolving identity in a globalized world and a powerful symbol of the faith's enduring strength in the face of change. The world waited with bated breath, eager to witness the dawning of a new era under the guidance of Pope Francis II, the people's Pope. The selection of Cardinal Tagle was as unexpected as it was historic. Within the hallowed halls of the Vatican, whispers had long circulated about potential candidates, their names etched in the minds of Vatican watchers and whispered in hushed tones amongst the clergy. But Tagle, while respected and admired, was not considered a front-runner. His relatively young age, his Asian heritage, and his progressive theological leanings seemed to place him outside the traditional mold of papal contenders. Yet as the cardinals gathered for the conclave, a sense of anticipation, a yearning for something new, began to permeate the proceedings. The legacy of Pope Francis, his emphasis on mercy, humility, and a church that embraced the margins, hung heavy in the air. The faithful yearned for a continuation of his vision, for a leader who could build upon the foundations he had laid. Tagle, known for his infectious warmth, his deep spirituality, and his unwavering commitment to social justice, emerged as a natural successor. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life, to speak to their hearts in a language that transcended cultural and linguistic barriers, had earned him the admiration of both clergy and laity alike. The cardinals, guided by the Holy Spirit, recognized in Tagle a man of deep faith, a pastor who lived the gospel message with every fiber of his being. He was a man of our times, equipped to lead the Church into a future fraught with challenges, yet brimming with possibilities. With their votes, they entrusted him with the mantle of leadership, with the responsibility of steering the bark of Peter through the turbulent waters of the 21st century. Luis Antonio Tagle, the man chosen to lead the Catholic Church into a new era, was a figure both familiar and enigmatic. Known affectionately as the Smiling Cardinal, Tagle possessed a charisma that transcended borders and languages. His smile, genuine and disarming, reflected a deep-seated joy that seemed to emanate from his very core. Born in 1957, Tagle's journey to the papacy was anything but conventional. Raised in a devout Catholic family in Imus, Philippines, he experienced firsthand the struggles and aspirations of ordinary Filipinos. His own family's story, his father, a bank teller, and his mother, a devout homemaker, instilled in him a deep respect for humility, hard work, and the dignity of all people. These early influences shaped his pastoral approach, his unwavering belief in the power of compassion and dialogue. As a young priest, he served in impoverished parishes, immersing himself in the lives of his parishioners, sharing their joys and sorrows, their hopes and fears. His sermons, delivered with a mix of eloquence and gentle humor, resonated deeply with people from all walks of life. Tagle's intellectual prowess was evident from a young age. He excelled in his studies, earning a doctorate in theology from the Catholic University of America. His academic achievements, however, never overshadowed his pastoral heart. He remained grounded in the realities of everyday life, always seeking to bridge the gap between lofty theological concepts and the lived experiences of ordinary people. From the pearl of the Orient to the heart of Christendom. The election of Cardinal Tagle sent shockwaves of jubilation throughout the Philippines. From the bustling streets of Manila to the remotest villages nestled amidst rice paddies and emerald hills, Filipinos erupted in celebration. A son of their soil, a product of their vibrant faith and rich cultural heritage, had ascended to the highest echelons of the Catholic Church. It was a moment of immense pride, a testament to the enduring strength of the faith in a nation grappling with poverty, inequality, and political turmoil. Across the archipelago, churches overflowed with worshippers, their voices joined in fervent prayer and joyous hymns of thanksgiving. Images of Tagle beaming his trademark smile adorned billboards and homes, a symbol of hope and inspiration for a nation hungry for good news. Tagle's election was more than just a personal triumph. It was a victory for the global South, a recognition of the growing influence and vitality of the Church in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. For too long, the papacy had remained within the confines of Europe, its gaze often turned inwards. Tagle's election shattered this mold, signifying a decisive shift towards a more inclusive, more representative church. A church for the poor, a pope for the world. The world watched with anticipation, eager to discern the direction Pope Francis II would take the Church. Known for his commitment to social justice and his unwavering advocacy for the poor and marginalized, Tagle represented a continuation of the pastoral approach championed by his predecessor, Pope Francis. Throughout his career, Tagle had been a vocal critic of social injustice, economic inequality, and the growing chasm between the rich and the poor. He had spoken out against corruption, environmental degradation, and the plight of refugees and migrants. His papacy promised to be one marked by a deep concern for the plight of the poor, the marginalized, and the forgotten. His emphasis on mercy, compassion, and a church that embraced the peripheries resonated deeply with a world grappling with unprecedented levels of inequality, conflict, and human suffering. Tagle's vision extended beyond the confines of the Church. He recognized the interconnectedness of global issues, the need for dialogue and collaboration in addressing challenges that transcended national borders. His fluency in multiple languages, including English, Italian, Spanish, French, and his native Tagalog, equipped him to engage with a global audience, to build bridges of understanding and cooperation across cultures and continents. Whispers of change, tremors of tradition. The election of Pope Francis II was met with a mixture of excitement and apprehension within the Church. While many celebrated his election as a breath of fresh air, a sign that the Church was willing to evolve with the times, others viewed his progressive leanings with suspicion. Traditionalist groups, long accustomed to a more hierarchical, doctrinally rigid Church, expressed reservations about Tagle's emphasis on dialogue and his willingness to engage with contemporary social issues. They feared a dilution of Church teachings, a drift away from traditional values. The debates surrounding issues such as celibacy and the priesthood, the role of women in the Church, and the Church's stance on homosexuality had been reignited with Tagle's election. His known openness to dialogue and his willingness to listen to diverse perspectives, while lauded by many, filled others with a sense of unease. The Catholic Church, with its vast and diverse global community, had always been a tapestry of different viewpoints, theological interpretations, and cultural expressions. Tagle's election brought these inherent tensions to the fore, forcing the Church to confront challenging questions about its identity, its mission, and its place in a rapidly changing world. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.